Dear student, welcome to all of you in my online maths video class. In our last video class, we discussed about the property of some complex number regarding the multiplication of two complex. Some part of that portion is left, and that is multiplication of two complex number, and the left part existence of multiplicative identity. The existence of multiplicative identity. I think you know what is the multiplicative identity. For example, in natural number, if 5 is multiplied by 1 or 1 is multiplied by 5, in both cases we find 1. It means we can write 5 into 1 is equal to 1 into 5 is equal to 1. Similarly, we find the existence of multiplicative identity in complex number also. I earlier told you that every number can be written in the form of complex number. Therefore, we can also write 1 in the form of complex number, like here 1 plus 0 into I, where the real part of the complex number is 1. Means if we represent 1 as complex number, then the real part will be 1 and imaginary part will be 0, and finally it will be like this. Now let a complex number z a plus ib. If we multiply z to this 1, we find that a plus ib into 1 plus 0 into I. After calculation, we find that its value will be a plus ib, which is equal to z. Similarly, in the case of 1 into z, that is 1 plus 0i, and a plus ib, its value will be a plus ib, which is equal to z. In this way, we can represent z into 1 into z is equal to z. It means here in complex number also the multiplicative identity is what? 1. Okay, multiplicative identity will be 1 in the case of complex number also. Now here I am going to discuss about the multiplicative inverse. I hope each one of you know about the multiplicative inverse. Dear student, this is the third part of the video of the complex number. Okay, and this is the chapter number 5. Name of the chapter is complex number, and we are discussing about the algebra of two complex number. Algebra of complex number, we can say. Okay, algebra of complex number, it will be better to say. Okay, here existence of multiplicative inverse. In the case of addition also, I explained about the existence of additive inverse. If we have any complex number a plus ib, then the additive inverse will be minus 8 minus a minus ib. Here, what is the multiplicative inverse? If I write here 5, then its multiplicative inverse will be 1 by 5. So that the multiplication of these two numbers is equal to 1. Okay. Multiplicative inverse of 1 by 4 is what? 4. Why? 4 cancel by 1. Similarly, we can also get the multiplicative inverse of complex number. Just like if we have z a plus ib, then its multiplicative inverse z its multiplicative inverse is equal to 1 by z. Z, then its multiplicative inverse will be 1 by z, which is equal to 1 upon a plus I. Now, if we multiply this to this, the value will be 1. But dear student, here multiplicative inverse 1 by z, that is 1 upon a plus ib. If we want to change it, here a plus ib and we multiply a minus ib both side, a minus ib both side, then it will be a minus ib upon here a plus b, a minus b. It will be like this way, a square minus ib whole square. Then we can write a minus ib upon, it will be a square, and here I square minus b square into I square, and we know that the value of I square is what? That will be minus 1. When it will be multiplied, its value will be here plus 1. We can write like this way, a upon a square plus b square minus ib upon a square plus b square. It means if a plus ib is any complex number, then the multiplicative inverse is a upon a square plus b square minus ib upon a square plus b square, or we can write this like this way also, where this will be the real part and this will be the imaginary part. And inverse of the complex number is also a complex number. It means, example, let us see example. If we have 3 plus 4, okay, then multiplicative inverse is what? Then multiplicative inverse is what? 1 by z, which is equal to 1 upon 3 plus 4i. Now if we multiply here 3 minus 4i, here also 3 minus 4i, then we can write 3 minus 4i upon 9, 3 3 9 plus 60, means 3 minus 4i upon 25, or we can write 3 by 25 minus 4 by 25i. This is the inverse of this complex number. Getting? I hope you understand. Now let us see the next topic of algebra of complex number. The next topic is multiplication of complex number is distributive over addition of complex number. Distributive over complex of multiplication of complex number is distributive over addition of complex number. It means if here we have 3 z1, z2 and here z3, the complex number, then z1 z2 plus z1 z3, and here if we have z1 plus z2 into z3, then it would be z1 z3 plus z1 z3 plus z2 z3. These results z1 z3 plus z2 z3. These are the concept related to the multiplication over addition, distributive of multiplication over addition. Here also it will take this form. Okay, and what is z1? Complex number in the form of a plus ib. If we take any 3 complex number, then it will follow this way. Okay, now we will discuss about division of complex number. Division of complex number. How? If we have 2 complex numbers z1 a plus ib and z2 c plus id, z1 as a plus ib and z2 as c plus id, but z1 and z2, z1 may be 0 but z2 should not be 0. If we want to put a z2 in the form of denominator, then z1 z2, here z2 should not be equal to 0. You know why? Because if z2 will be 0, it will be not defined, therefore it should not be 0. Now we can write here a plus ib upon c plus id. Getting? Now here a plus ib into 1 upon c plus id. We can write like this way. Now multiply it c minus id, and here also c minus id. Why we are doing like this way? Because we do not want to put the denominator in the form of complex number. We want to put denominator in the form of a real number, and finally we want to remove I from here. Therefore we are doing like this. Now the numerator will be in this form, a plus ib, c minus id, and denominator c square plus d square. Already we have discussed c plus id and c minus id, that will be c square minus id square. Square of I will be minus 1, and that is d square, then it will be plus. Now if we multiply this, then it will take this form, a c minus ib plus ib c minus id upon c square plus d square. Okay, c square plus d square. It will take this form, z1 by z2 ac, and look here, ac plus ad, here minus, not plus, minus ad I, again here plus bci minus bd, I into I will be I square, and I square will be minus 1 and when we multiply it will be plus 1, and in denominator it will be c square plus d square, or we can write ac plus bc, ac plus bd, this and this, ac plus bd, again plus I into bc minus ad, and whole upon c square plus d square, or we can write ac plus bd upon c square plus d square plus bc minus ad upon c square plus d square I. It means division of two complex number is also a complex number whose real part will be this and imaginary part will be this. With the help of example also we can divide and find this shape. Now we will discuss about integral power of complex number. Integral power of complex number. Here it will be AC plus BD, C square plus D square, and here I, DC minus AD. Okay. Here examples are given. You should go through it. Integral power of a complex number means if we write any complex number z, it will be z raised to the power 1. If we write z square, then it will be z into z. Z cube, we can write z square into z. In this way, we can find the integral power of a complex number. Now, we will discuss about power of I. Very important. Directly, some questions are given on this basis, about which we have discussed in our one PDF. I solved some question, but I did not get the answer. I did not solve the answer of some question because I was not explained at that time about the power of I. I means iota. Here, you know what is I? Who was the first person who introduced I? Do you know? He was. Who was that? The person who introduced first time I. Who was that? Euler. So here I is equal to minus under root minus 1. Then I square is equal to minus 1. Then I raised to the power 4 is equal to plus 1. Okay. I raised to the power 4 is equal to this one. Again I raised to the power 5 is what? I into I raised to the power 4, which is I, and here plus 1 means I. Okay. I under root minus 1, I square minus 1, I raised to the power 4, squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides like this way. I square whole square is equal to minus 1 whole square. Its value will be plus and it will be added to 4. Now I raised to the power 6 is what? I square into I raised to the power 4. Okay. And I raised to the power 6, its value will be minus 1. And its value will be what? Its value will be plus 1. Then I raised to the power 6 is what? Minus 1. I raised to the power 6 is what? Minus 1. Okay. Similarly, we can find here what is the value of I raised to the power 17. I raised to the power 17 can be written as I raised to the power 16 into I, where I raised to the power 4 whole raised to the power 4 into I, and we know that I raised to the power 4 is what? Plus 1. And here I means finally value will be I. I raised to the power 17 I. Getting? In this way we can find this value. Similarly, we can also get the inverse of I. Inverse of I. Let us see the inverse of 1 I. Here 1 by I means what? 1 by I means this can be written as I inverse. I inverse. Now we multiply I here also and I here, because I do not want this part. This is pure imaginary number. Pure imaginary, because here it can be written as 0 plus 1 I. So numerator here, the real part of this is 0. Therefore this is pure imaginary number. Or I is pure. We do not want to put a complex value here in denominator. Multiply, its value will be I upon I square, and you know I square means minus 1. Here I upon minus 1, finally value will be minus 1. It means I raised to the power minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Getting? I raised to the power minus 1 is equal to minus I. Similarly, I raised to the power minus 2 is what? We can write here 1 by I square. 1 upon minus 1 is equal to minus 1. Getting? Similarly, I raised to the power 3 minus 3 is what? 1 upon I3. It can be written as 1 upon I square into 1 by I. And 1 upon I square is what? I raised to the power minus 2. I raised to the power minus 2 into I inverse, and I raised to the power minus 2 is what? Minus 1, and I raised to the power minus 1 is what? Minus I, then it will be minus I, finally its value will be plus I. Means I raised to the power minus 3 is equal to plus I. I raised to the power minus 1 is equal to I raised to the power minus 2 is equal to minus 1, I raised to the power minus 3 is equal to plus 1. Similarly, we can find the power of I. Here, in this way, we can make a conclusion regarding iota, that is I developed. The first one is what? I raised to the power 4 is 1. Similarly, if we calculate it, then I raised to the power minus 4 is also equal to 1. Here, no problem. Similarly, here there should be no problem. I raised to the power 4 is equal to 1. I raised to the power minus 4 is equal to 1. Now, we are going to make a conclusion that I raised to the power 4k is equal to I raised to the power 4 into k, and we know that I raised to the power 4 is equal to 1 raised to the power k, and whatever power of 1 value will be always 1. Then I raised to the power 4 is equal to what? 1. Similarly, now I raised to the power 4k is equal to 1. Then I raised to the power 4k plus 1 is what? Then it will be I raised to the power 4k into I, and I raised to the power 4k is what? 1. 1 into I means I. Similarly, I raised to the power 4k plus 2, it will be I raised to the power 4k and I square, then its value will be 1 into minus 1 minus, and I raised to the power 4k plus 2 is equal to minus 1. In this way, we can find the value of I, whatever power of I asked through question. Now, here I am going to explain that very important thing. We know that if we have under root A into under root B, then it can be written as under root A. But if we have under root minus A into under root minus B, then minus A into minus B is not true. This is not true. This concept is possible only when A and B both are positive. Okay? If both are negative, then not possible, because its value will be under root minus minus plus A, means this value will be this, which is not correct. How? Let us see. Under root minus A can be written as I root A, and under root minus B can be written as I root B. If we multiply under root minus A into under root minus B, then it will be I root A into I root B. I root B. It will be I square under root A, which is minus under root AB, because I square is equal to minus 1. It means under root minus A minus B is equal to like this, not this. Here we make a conclusion that in under root, if we have two positive values, only in this condition this is correct. Otherwise, in this form, the value will be equal to this, not this. Okay? You should be careful here. Just like example. One example is given in our question also. हाँ, 5.1. One question. Minus 9 into under root minus 2. If both are positive, then under root 9 into 4 we can write 6. But if here minus 9 minus 4, in this case this is not correct, because this is 3i and here 2i is equal to 6i square is equal to minus 6. This is the answer. Okay? This will be like this way. Answer will be minus 6. So we should careful. Now identity is given. The square of addition of two complex numbers is square of subtraction of two complex numbers. And just like the cube of the addition of two complex numbers, the cube of the subtraction of two complex numbers. Just like here we know that a plus b, a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. We know. Similarly, z1 plus z2, z1 minus z2 is equal to z1 square minus z2 square. And we can prove it also. Similarly, z1 plus z2 whole square z1 square, z2 square plus 2, z1 z2, or we can write z1 square plus 2 z1 z2 plus z2 square. Similarly, the other identity will also satisfy in the case of complex number also. Now, what is a very important topic, that is modulus of complex numbers. Here already the video is more than 30 minutes. Therefore, the modulus of complex number and conjugate of complex number we will discuss in the next video. You should also try to solve some question given in the form of example as well as exercise, and try to complete your homework. Thank you.